Behind me is Castle Tioram, a grand and lovely castle which sits at the head of Loch Shiel. It once defended it until it was burnt during the Jacobite rebellion of 1715. Now, it was originally built in the 11th century by Somerled, who was a legendary Scottish figure. He was the first king of the Isles and man. It passed through to the Clan Ranald branch of the MacDonald family. Now, in 1692, it was in the hands of Alan of Clanranald. Now, he was purportedly on the side of King William III and Mary, but had secretly pledged himself to the Jacobite cause. When they found out about this, government forces came and took the castle from him, but he was able to flee. And he returned in 1715 during the uprising then, and took it back, although he burnt it so that it could no longer be used. Now, that was some sound strategy, but I also get the feeling that he thought, well, if I can't have it, then no one can. So I'm going to destroy it. Maybe a little bit petty. Either way, I'm going to go and have a wee look at it and see if I can get inside. So the important thing you have to bear in mind when coming here is the tide times. Now, low tides was about 10 o'clock today. You can come a couple hours either side of it and get over it no problem. It's quite an easy walk when the tide's away, just sort of pebbly stuff to walk on, but it's a really short distance from the car park to get. So I'm walking around the perimeter of the castle looking for the way in, and I believe that this is in a bad state of disrepair, so they've closed access to it. I'm still hoping there might be an open gate somewhere that we can go and have a wee look in, but there have been numerous proposals to bring this place up to code so they can reopen it again. But as of 2025, I don't think anybody's any further forward with it, unfortunately. But we shall go and have a look and hope for the best. And here is the door of inevitable disappointment. Kind of knew we weren't going to get in here. It's supposedly quite unstable and unsafe inside. But through the bars, you can get a glimpse of what this place would be like inside, and it looks very interesting. This would have probably been a really good castle to get into. I hope somebody does something with it so they can actually open this up again for a proper explore, because I think it could be up there with things like Kirlaverock Castle and the like, but this is the state it's in at the moment. It looks like there's something really cool down there, a little sort of hermit's cave or something like that. Little opening there. I'm going to have to get down there. Not obviously from this cliff, that'd be insta-death, but I think we'll need to get in there and have a wee look, because we can't, I don't think, get into the castle. It's very impregnable though. You can see how it is a defensible position. Nope. If the impenetrable cliffs were one thing, I think the other thing that would put you off is the bog of despair. I don't think I'm going to go round through that. So I've managed to come down the cliff to the slight cave of mysteries. Who knows what we'll find in here? Perhaps it goes deep into the earth, into exciting places. And
oh no, it's you. As soon as you're here, you might as well have a look inside. In you come. So as you can see, it's not very big, but it's quite homely. When it rains, you get covered in water, because it's not very water sealed in here because of that big ass gap at the top. I don't know what it's for. You're the historian in these videos, you're going to have to talk about it.
well, I don't know either. What happened to your voice?
I don't know.
So what can I say about Castle Tioram? Well, it's a stunningly beautiful castle in a picturesque location. It's got a lot of interesting history, but there's one fatal flaw. You can't go inside. So I'm reluctant to give it a gold on this occasion, and sadly, it's probably only going to get a silver. Now this may change. One of these days, they may reopen it, all safe and refurbished, and then I'll be able to give it that elusive gold that I can't give it today. Now the castle is in a ruined state, however, it's still got some pretty good phone reception.